Hello everyone, welcome to BISP Solutions. I am Preeti, working as Oracle Fusion Techno-Functional Consultant. So in today's video, we will discuss about the supplier portal access. So when you are creating supplier in your application, if in case you want to give the access to the supplier where he can manage the invoices, purchase orders and the details which are related to the products, then in that case you have to provide the supplier portal access to the supplier. So this is the screenshot of creating supplier. And at the time of creating supplier, you have to enable one checkbox, that is create the user account as well. So this is the place where we will create the supplier in the application. Then we have to create the address for the site of supplier. And then while creating the contact for the supplier, we have to add the contact address. Here we have to provide the email ID. Here we have to provide the contact name. And when you will enable this checkbox for creating the user account, what application will do by default, it will create the user account and it will provide the roles to the user which are related to the supplier. By providing these roles only, the contact will get the access to the supplier portal. Then in the data access, you will see that these are the rights which are restricted to the supplier only. So in the data access, you can see here, the access is restricted to the supplier. These are the roles and the data access is restricted to the supplier. Then here we have to create the site for the supplier. And when you will click on save and close, then the user will get the mail on his mail ID where it will get the link where he can reset the ID password. So this is the link where you can reset the password and then you can log in with the credentials. So now we will directly move to our application. So this is the user that I have created for the supplier, and you can see by default the system has provided this user the roles which are related to the supplier, and this user will have limited access which are related to the supplier information, from where he can create the purchase orders, he can maintain the details which are related to the product, and also he can issue the invoice by this supplier portal access. So now I am moving to the account of this user. So I've already logged in with this user. The name is Preeti Gupta and I have logged in with this credentials. And you can see here, because we have provided the limited role access to this user, therefore this user will only be able to access the supplier portal in the application. So you can see this is the supplier portal workbench area. So click on it. And these are the areas that this user can access, which is completely related to the supplier. Here he can manage the order, manage the schedules for the payments. Here they can see the receipts, the returns that have been recorded. Here it can manage the contracts, deliverables. Also in the invoice and payments area, they can create the invoice and this invoice will go to the user, to the supplier, where they have to validate the invoice and they can make the payment. If in case they have made any payment, you can see the payments here, you can see the invoices here. So right now there are no invoices. So from here you can create the invoice with PO or without PO. You can see the invoices that are already raised. You can see the payments. So in this way, you can provide the supplier the access to this portal, and to the portal they can update the information by themselves. So this is how the supplier portal works. Thank you so much for watching this video.